Today's video is all about instant noodles. Thais love the ramen, particularly Thailand's national pride, Mama Noodles, which is extremely popular with the locals. Though today's supermarkets and convenience stores throughout Thailand are loaded with many kinds of ramen found throughout Asia. And I'm going to show you a bunch of instant noodle flavors you can find here. So join me as I inhale a year's worth of sodium in a few hours. Hey, what's up everyone? So as you can see, my kitchen is a little bit different. I have a brand new backsplash here. It's a white color because I need more brightness in this dark kitchen, so I added a little bit more color to make this kitchen a little more brighter. And I'm also considering adding some lights to my kitchen because, as I said, it's just so dark. But if I add more lights, it's just gonna make my kitchen more hot. So that's why I'm gonna take my time and think about adding lights or not. And plus I put in a new faucet head. That took me half a day. I'll explain why next time, okay? Now, when it comes to eating instant ramen, I'm not too adventurous. This brand, which is Nissan dal noodle, in Chinese we call it Gongjiamin, is something that I grew up eating way back then. My mom made this for me, my dad made this for me, and this is probably the first packet of instant noodle that I ever made in my early teens. So yeah, Gongjiamin, this is the best. And another brand of ramen that I mostly eat is Shin Ramen. We all know that, great Korean brand of ramen. Awesome. So all this other ramen that you see here, I've never tried it before. So what's interesting for me today is that most of the instant ramen noodles today is sauce based and not soup based, which is what I'm normally used to. That just shows you how far behind I am on instant noodles. And it's got crazy flavors like salted egg, carbonara bacon, and this little odd one, Tsunami milk seafood. And I was actually gonna buy even more ramen to try out for this video. But the thing is I'm pushing 50 years old. My daughter is only 2 years old. I would love to live long enough to see her graduate from university and then some. So I'm only gonna have about 10 packets of ramen here to try out. I'm gonna do it randomly as best as I can. So I'm gonna stick it into a bag. Like that. Shake it up. Whoa. I forgot this one. I'm hesitant about eating this. So I'm just gonna reach in and just grab a random ramen. All right, this one. It is the beef pho. Okay, cool. This one I'm actually very curious about trying out because I love pho. This is imported from Vietnam, so I'm hoping good things. Oh, by the way, there's also a chicken variation for this one. This one's for my wife. She loves chicken pho. So let's take a look at this beef pho. It's a pretty big packet. It's got rice noodles, which it should be, and it's relatively easy to make. Pour boiling water directly into the noodles, which I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna show you how I make my noodles. So let's take a look at, this is a packet of, feels like, I'm pretty sure there's like little bits of beef in there. Okay, this is gonna be pretty interesting. And these are the sauce packets. And my noodles. So right now my water is boiling. Time to drop in the noodles. And then I just loosen it up. You don't need to cook these too long because if you cook it too long, it's gonna get mushy. So once it loosens up, I switch off the heat and then I strain it and then rinse it with cold water. And then I just boil another fresh set of water for the soup. So again, the water is boiling. I'm gonna add the beef. Oh look, there's actually real chunks of beef in there and it looks, you know, it actually smells good. I mean, it really actually smells good. I mean, there's not a lot of beef. This packet of instant noodles cost me 50 cents. So I can't really complain, right? And then I'm gonna drop in some of the soup base, most likely a packet of MSG plus dry greens like scallions. And then finally, drop in the noodles and just give that a stir. And that's it. Drop this into a bowl. Whoa, that is pretty impressive. And look at the beef, it looks medium rare. Wow, why haven't I tried this out before? Holy crap, it looks pretty good. It smells good. It smells like beef, and it's got all of the ingredients like cinnamon and star anise in this, so it smells really authentic. Not bad at all. It's kind of freaky about how something that comes in a bag that sits in a shelf for like a year or so and just comes out tasting so good. Oh, let's try out the soup alone. I mean, there's a lot of flavors going on in the soup. Very good. I can definitely eat more of this. The beef is really tender and it just disintegrates really fast, so you don't really get to hold on to that taste of beef for too long. But you know, it's understandable. I mean, it's instant noodles, what do you want, right? But this one's really good. I highly recommend it. Ding! Oh, all right, that was pretty good. Next one up. Breaking the sweat already. Let's see what I can take out. Hot pepper jambon ramen. Again, every ramen that I chose here today, I've never eaten before, never tried it. But I do know that Korean ones are particularly spicy. Whoa, this packet is like totally smashed. And there's 3 sauce packets. Hot pepper flakes, this is the hot pepper soup base, and some hot chili oil. I don't think this one's gonna come out too well because, I mean, it's not the manufacturer's fault, because my noodles are like just smashed. Most likely because they traveled here from South Korea on a shipping boat, and that's why it looks like this. Whoa, that's a fiery looking hot pepper soup base. It certainly smells really good. I'm gonna drop in my noodles, add in the hot pepper, and finally the hot chili oil. Well, the recipe calls for 500 ml of water, and that's what I used here. I used a measuring cup, and as you can see, there's actually, I think that's too much water, and I'm kind of worried that the flavor is going to be like a little bit too watered down. Let's try some of the noodle. And I know it's a Korean brand, but this tastes exactly like Shin ramen, but maybe a touch more spicier, or if not the same. But yeah, it tastes just like Shin ramen. I can't say too much about it, except that I do like Shin ramen, and if this tastes like Shin ramen, I guess it's not too bad. But it does have a lingering spiciness to it, so maybe that's why it needs that much water. Next one. Well, the next one is, it's a Thai brand from Ajinomoto. Ajinomoto is a very popular company for making MSG, so you know what's definitely gonna be in this. All right, so this is a, this is a sauce-based ramen. So while the water's boiling, let's check out the sauce packets. This looks like some, I'm not sure what this is actually. This is definitely the soup base. I think that's some type of crab sauce, all right? So we'll see. And the ramen looks a little bit thick, and I think this is probably gonna be nice and chewy. It looks good so far. Okay, let's first soften up these noodles. The seasoning base smells good. And then we add the crab seasoning base. And quickly just stir it up before it cools down. Gotta do this when it's hot, or else the seasonings will just clump up. Smells good. Oh. I definitely love the noodles. I think the noodles are really good quality. And the black pepper sauce, it goes really well with the noodles. All right, so final thoughts on that one. Really, I don't think it's the best. It had some black pepper taste, but as far as the crab taste, there was like none. But I do have to say that that quality of ramen was pretty good. But if they had a little bit of more like crabby flavor, it would have been excellent. Next ramen, this one. So this is another sauce type ramen, which is pretty good because, you know, I think it'd be kind of nasty to have cheese as a soup, right? So, and it does look like a pretty good quality type of ramen. And these are the sauce packets. This is some type of oil. So most likely this is like dried cheese inside and I'm assuming some bits of bacon. So let's take a look. All right, here's the ramen. And the instructions call for just a few tablespoons of water, leftover water. Then we gotta quickly add this seasoning. That's just some oil. Let's see what the oil smells like. It smells like bacon. Yeah, so I guess that's part of the bacon taste in this carbonara. Okay. Take a look at this. All right, gotta quickly mix this up while it's still hot. Just from the smell of it, it does smell like this full of cheese taste. Not so much of the bacon though, but even though there is bits of dried bacon, I don't know if you can see it right there. Yeah, there it is, dried bacon. You know what this reminds me of? I bought some cheese flavored Pringles, and this is exactly what it tastes like. It's definitely interesting. Would I eat this again? Yeah, I mean, why not, you know? All right, so next one up. Volcano chicken noodle. Let's take a peek inside and see how it looks first. All right, so it's got some pretty thick ramen noodles. I like Korean style ramen noodles, instant noodles, because, you know, it's thick, it's chewy, and it's very filling. And I guess you need thick noodles because it's got to hold on to the spicy sauce, right? So let's take a look at the sauce. So right here is the chili flakes. And here's the sauce. Okay, so this is kind of worrisome because it feels really thick, ooey, and gooey. Usually these instant noodle instructions, they say cook it for about 4 minutes, but I usually do it like a minute less because I want my noodles a little bit more chewy, so that's the way I do it. And normally these noodles, you have to reserve at least like 4 or 5 tablespoons of water. It's just for the sauce, so you throw out most of the water. So here's 6 tablespoons of water. It's nice, thick. Let's just hope it's not that bad. It's a little bit sweet, so the sweetness is going to help fight off some of the... It kind of smells like hoisin sauce too. Actually, I was assuming that these are chili flakes, but it's not. It's actually nori, strips of nori seaweed, and sesame seeds. Okay, whatever. I think I might have added too much water though, because the sauce looks actually really watery. All right, let's give this one a taste. Nice quality ramen. Really tasty, really chewy. Nice. Okay. Nose starting to run, but I think it's safe to say, I think I can take this one. This would definitely go great with like a fried egg or even a Spam and some green vegetables. Yeah, I would definitely stock up more on this brand of ramen. Volcano chicken noodle. Quite nice. Actually, I don't taste any chicken because it does say that there's chicken flavor in it, but whatever, okay? Yeah, not bad, pretty good. All right, so I'm kind of sweating here. It's not mostly because of the spicy ramen, but it's just getting warm around my home. All right, so let me pick one more. Hot pepper jajang ramen. All right, so I tried the other one before, the pink bag. I can't remember what flavor it was, but I wasn't too impressed with it. But let's give this one a try. And while my water is boiling, let's see how this one looks. Yeah, it's got some nice thick ramen again. And this one definitely made it over to Thailand in much better shape, because this is imported from Korea. So this one is the main sauce, hot pepper, some chili oil, and these are hot pepper flakes. Remove most of the water except the 8 spoons of water and add sauce into, stir fry for 1 minute and 30 seconds. All right, so I removed most of the water. So it's time to add in my sauce. Oh, it's a nice thick sauce. Thicker than the last instant ramen that I cooked up. Yeah, much, much thicker. And the chili flakes I add in the end. And according to the instructions, we cook this up for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Doesn't that look like too much water? Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. This is 8 tablespoons of water. And then we toss in hot pepper flakes. Whoa, these dried chili peppers are actually very thick. All right, so as I mix this around, it looks like the sauce is thickening up. It definitely wasn't as watery as before, so I'm assuming when it cools down, it thickens up from the starch from the instant noodles. Okay, let's taste this. My brain is working. I gotta take a second bite to formulate an opinion. All right, I don't hate it. I do not like it. No, wait. It's just all right. It's not bad, but out of all the choices of instant noodles out there at my supermarket, would I buy it again? Probably not. But let me just give it one more bite. Maybe my opinion will change a little bit. My opinion hasn't changed, so next one. Okay. Salted egg, also from Mama. It's a Thai brand of instant noodles. So let's give this baby a try. Noodles look okay. And usually Mama noodles, they come in small packets, so the noodles are thinner. But I guess they're making bigger packets of noodles to compete with the international market. I don't know. I'm afraid to like this one. Oh, looks very interesting, doesn't it? The sauce has thickened up. Let's take a look. Very, very interesting. And I gotta admit, the noodles look really nice. It looks really soft and supple, a lot different than the other ones I've tried previously. All right, give this a try. Oh, it's very hot. But it tastes exactly what you would think it tastes like. It's salted egg and ramen noodles. But again, I really have to say, this is really nice ramen noodles. I like this style ramen noodles, pretty nice. So I'm just gonna give this another bite and just try and formulate another opinion. So would I buy this again? Probably not. Do I hate it? No, I don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of people that like salted egg and ramen, so maybe this is just right for you, okay? Next one. Okay, so there's only 2 more ramen left. Let's leave this one for last, all right? This strange Tsunami milk seafood instant ramen in a cup. So the next one I'm gonna try is from Nissan, my favorite brand of ramen noodles, but this Nissan ramen is manufactured in Thailand, so they do have a factory here, and it's a Thai signature. So what does that mean? I'm not sure, but I guess it should mean it's sort of special. The flavor is stir-fried spiny lobster with a spicy chili. Quality of this looks pretty decent. It's a little bit thinner than the other ramen that I've eaten today, but most important is, you know, how the flavor plays out, right? So let's take a look at the seasoning packet. This is the dry seasoning packet, and this is the wet seasoning packet. So normally I don't want to formulate an opinion too fast, but I kind of have an idea that this is gonna taste like that black pepper crab from Ajinomoto, the one I ate about like 4 ramen ago or something. So let's see if this one turns out better. You can't really tell, but this packet feels like there's a lot of seasoning for that amount of noodles. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried that this is gonna be like really, really salty. Whoa, that is a lot of seasoning. Look at that. Holy crap. It smells kind of spicy. And then the sauce packet, I'm assuming that this is where most of the spiny lobster flavor is going to come from. Smells really good. I mean, of course, it's not going to have any real lobsters in it, right? I mean, you know, you can't really have that kind of, you can't really have that sort of crazy expectations, right? So, you know, the next best thing is lab produced spiny lobster flavor. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so let's taste this one out. Impressive. It's got a little bit of a lobster taste to it. Sorry, I'm talking a mouthful. Not bad. Surprisingly, they got that flavor down. All right. And the noodles are nice and chewy too. Yeah, you know, I'm not surprised. Nissan brand is one of my favorite brand of noodles, instant ramen noodles. And I'm not surprised that they came out with a pretty good flavor like this. It's a little bit spicy, but for me, it's also a little bit too sweet. It does have that little small, like a seafood undertone taste to it. So you can taste a little bit of the kaffir lime leaves. So it's got a bit of a Thai citrus taste to it. And I don't mind stocking this inside my kitchen, you know, just to have a little bit of a different taste of instant ramen. All right, so final one, Tsunami milk seafood. This one makes me a little bit nervous. I don't like warm milk. It kind of makes me gag. And I'm looking at the ingredient list. There is milk powder. There's 5% milk powder. So it's not a lot, but I'm just gonna give it a try and see how it tastes. So while the water is boiling away, let's take a look. And this is a Thai brand of instant ramen. Let's take a look inside. Whoa, interesting. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you something. I haven't eaten cup of noodles in like maybe 25 years, I think. Maybe even longer than that. Cup noodles is not something I normally eat. And that's a seasoning packet, and the dry seasoning powder is all on top of the noodles. And look, there's like 2 dried shrimps and a fake imitation crab meat right there. There's some chili flakes on top. And these look like real small shrimp. It's not fake. Look, you can even see that they left the poop in the shrimp. This one's gonna be really interesting, at least for me. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I took the lid off by accident, didn't I? I told you I don't eat instant ramen in a cup like this. Yeah. Is that gonna work? You know what? What am I doing? I'm an idiot. I'll just put a bowl on top and let the noodles steam away. Okay, see? Ta-da! All right, let's take a look. The noodles have rehydrated. It smells like corn. Not sure why, but whatever. And I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, the soup, the broth, it has a milky white color to it. And at least it smells better than warm milk. And let's see how this one tastes. It still smells like corn. Tastes like corn. I don't know why, but it's got that corn flavor. It's weird. There's no corn in this. I'm gonna try a little baby shrimp. It's a real shrimp. Amazing. It's not spicy. And I always want to go back more to try and find out where the corn taste is coming from. I don't taste any milk flavor at all. There is a hint of squid though. Oh yeah, there's a dried squid. Oh, there's like 1% of dried squid in there. Okay, whatever. And let me finish off that last baby shrimp. Don't want that little shrimp to die from nothing, right? I mean, getting caught and then freeze dry like Han Solo and carbonite. It's just not a fun way to go, right? All right, one last bite, okay? I know I said that before, but just one more. I can't figure it out. I'm so full. All right, all I'm saying is that I wouldn't probably buy this again, but it's not bad. I mean, if I travel somewhere and I found only this to eat, I'd eat it again, you know, but yeah, it's not bad, but I wouldn't like definitely go out in search of this. All right? Oh. Well, I need to take a break. I was so impressed with the beef pho instant noodle and Volcano chicken ramen that I went back to stock up at my local supermarket. I even picked up a handful of carbonara bacon ramen. That flavor really grows on you.